Hello everyone, Positron taking a look at the Children of Morta backer alpha. This is an extremely early backer build, alpha build from the Children of Morta Kickstarter. They just released it now. This is technically early access, but it's not available to the public just yet. Currently an only backer thing. Again, I can't emphasize enough. Super duper early alpha build. But they did say that we could show it off, so I figured I would do so. Children of Morta is a top-down Diablo-esque roguelike with a pretty cool style and some story elements. And we're going to get a little bit of a cutscene here to set up the beginning before we get into the gameplay here. And there are no subtitles yet, so
it
I'll be quiet.
began with the river. No person would dare drink from something so vile, but the animals, they were not as hesitant. Transformed by the black tar, the part that grounded them to this realm, their soul vanished to leave only a bloody, thirsty husk. Grandma Margaret, past her days of venturing into the wild, appeared perturbed to the family. In all her years, never had she experienced a toxin so dark as this. Answers must be found to questions not yet discovered. It was clear the river was spreading the black tar, this corruption. At its heart, the Hall of Gods, the right questions may be found.
So that gives us our setup, and this is the very nice and huge house of the Morta family. And we can take a look around here. I have my mouse cursor hidden at the moment. I will be playing the game mostly with the controller, but a couple of the menus require the use of the mouse right now. We can kind of peek around and see what everybody's up to. As we go venture back and forth, we'll also see different things take place here. Some scenes can occur between runs, and characters will do different things. See some cooking in the kitchen, and that guy's got a huge display of weapons. I've played a little bit of this so far, but a lot of it is going to be we're going to be exploring together. So I want to show off a little bit of this. So we click the door, and you can see there's actually a lot of characters. 3 of them available right now. We have Linda the Archer. We have John. You can see they also have a little bit of a story background of all of them. John is kind of the warrior type. And what is his name? Oh, Kevin. Okay. I haven't played as Kevin yet. I've played as John and I've played as Linda, and they're both very fun characters. I have not tried Kevin at all yet, so let's try him. And we'll get sent into the dungeon here. Yep, we get a little bit of a brief tutorial thing. Alright. So. Let me, there we go. Get myself moving there. So we have a basic attack. And as we level up, we'll gain more abilities. Right now, it looks like we've only got our basic attack on this character and our dodge roll to use here. And to open up new areas, we step on these things and it opens up a new room. We have some enemies. Pretty basic combat right now. See, we get highlighted in red if we get hit. It looks like that ability... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so I got like some sort of like focus system here. Seems like if I'm at full... That's interesting. I got like a combo system of sort, it feels like. The more... Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that's working, but it seems like I can attack very, very quickly sometimes. I know the Archer character has a mechanic where if she fills up a focus bar, she'll do very high increased damage for a short period of time. There we go, we leveled up already. That was pretty fast. Level 2, we get that little burst showing that we leveled up. Combat already feels, even in an extremely early state, really, really solid. And it's kind of interesting because it feels initially very similar to Moon Hunters, which just came out recently, but kind of with its own style and mechanics. It seems definitely more heavy on the dungeon crawling than the story elements. Now, we haven't unlocked his class ability yet. There's also special attacks and a class ability that everybody will get. We can find different things in here too. Sometimes we'll find what I assume are elite monsters. In fact, I've seen one that, if you've played Diablo 3, it comes with the like the exploding frost orbs type of mechanic. There are also treasure rooms too. You see here that right now the caves here have, oh, there's a trap. There's a couple of traps. So there's a couple of different elements at play here. We can use this plant here, or whatever it is. You can hit it and then it'll explode and it'll do damage to anything nearby. You'll see I'm picking up coins too. There's nothing to do with currency just yet, but I assume that'll be for either buying upgrades or items or things like that. So this is a gravity trap here. It'll kind of just pull everything in. Now, I've never actually made it to the bottom of all 3 floors. However, okay, here we go. Fan of Knives. I assume that's going to be my class ability. Oh, wow. Okay. So that's one of the traps. Or not a trap, but one of the abilities of this minion here. There we go. So it looks like my special attack button triggers that Fan of Knives. And it takes some of my blue bar. Blue bar seems to just regenerate slowly over time. Kind of like a mana bar or an energy bar. That does seem to do quite a bit of damage. That's pretty nice. Health is low though. Wouldn't mind finding some health upgrades here. If we die, or at least in the current build, if we die, we go back to the house, and sometimes a little scene will play, and we have the ability to select upgrades. Oh, here we go. Here's like a treasure room. In here, we will get contact damage. Give the player contact damage. Well, that's interesting. So I can just... And enemies don't have contact damage. Like, I can walk into enemies, I'm pretty sure, without taking contact damage. But now they will take contact damage with me. That's kind of an interesting flip on the typical formula. Let's see how that works. Oh yeah, look at that. We do a little bit of contact damage. Interesting. This Fan of Knives seem very powerful. And there was that explosive flower. I actually didn't even realize that was in there, so that was actually very dangerous. You have some like weird dark shaman enemies here. Oh, I am super gonna die. Yeah, I mean, there's also, there's quite a variety in enemy types. Let's see. How can I get out of this? Oh, I got myself with the trap. Alright, so we get a little bit of stats here. Runtime, enemies killed, hit streak, experience gained, heal points, I'm not sure what that is. Let's see if we get a little scene here.
As Mary is always there for him, he is there for her.
Nice catch.
To catch her when she falls, or to simply enjoy a book of past memories.
Oh, that's adorable. I've not seen that scene before. So, and click down here. Again, early alpha, so a few bugs involved. If I can't get this to click properly, I'll just pause the video for a minute. There we go. Alright, so you can see here, like, I'm level 3, I gain 2 skill points. Frenzy's attack speed bonus. Increase crit chance. I can go up and down here. And then once I hit confirm, I lock these in. Confirm also sends me into the dungeon. So I'll show off a different character, though. Let's see, I'll show off... Maybe, let's go for some range combat. I'll go with Linda. Right now, I believe the caves are the only area in the game. Of course, again, I cannot possibly emphasize it enough that this is extremely early. I'm not even sure if it's technically alpha. It could be considered pre-alpha. I don't think the game is, complete in any way, shape, or form. So we can fire in pretty much all directions here. Although I think it kind of adheres. It's not quite to 8 directions, I guess. But yeah, so I can hold the button down and fire. You can also see that as I hit, my blue bar is filling up. And when that hits 100, automatically enter a focus state. And in the focus state, I attack very, very quickly. So there's some strategy involved in trying to figure out, when to fill up that bar. Maybe delay a couple of shots till you have more enemies around, things like that. Pretty cool. And of course, we have a dodge roll of sorts. Other things to mention about the game, just kind of like from playing it so far, is that it's very, very pretty. If you like pixel art, I think it's very, very well done. Animations are really, really smooth. It just has a really nice look to it. And obviously, as a roguelike, all these dungeons are totally random. I'm sure there are some, layout pieces that come together and things like that, but it's all randomly generated enemy types and things like that. There we go. So there's our focus. So now you can see actually attacking very quickly. Leveling up does a damage boost or damage burst as well. And there are talents and things like that I can use to increase the speed of my, or the length of the focus. I believe she gets her first skill at level 3. I'm not sure if that's static for all characters. Oh, there we go. I caught myself in that too. I'm not super good at that yet. I do like that there are things like that you can do, the way you can interact with the environment like that. Alright, what are you gonna get this time? Burning weapon. Damaged enemies burn in fire. Okay. And it seems like, I don't believe these are persistent upgrades either. Every time we die or we go back to town, we can actually manually return home. Right now, that gives the message that, we've died, but I'm sure that there is going to be a difference in the finished game. Let's check this fire damage. Yeah, that's pretty good. It actually does quite a bit of damage over time. I almost feel like she's doing a little extra damage per shot as well. Like, it's actually pretty significant. So I don't know if I'm actually going to get to the final floor in this video. I certainly haven't gotten there myself, so. But I figured I would show off the initial build here. So it's definitely a game that's been on some people's radar. And it's always nice to see Kickstarter projects that, are kind of have visible progress. I mean, obviously I back this, so I'm certainly have a vested interest in it. And it's definitely nice to see it coming into shape here. Obviously my aim is not particularly great. So we hit level 3 here. I will get her skill, which is going to be very, very handy. Or at least one of her skills. Seems, ooh, I've not seen that enemy. It's like a giant of some sort. Some sort of like huge ogre. Nice, good time to get focus here. Sweet. Alright, so I'll get her Harmonic Slam. You do that, she does kind of a little like stun song basically. Actually very impressed. Okay, so there's those ice crystals attached to this elite enemy here. Actually very impressed with the variety of enemy types that I've seen so far. There's actually quite a few. There's actually a couple more enemies that I've seen that haven't shown up in this video. It's actually very impressive considering this is really only the first area, first 2 floors of the first area in the game. I can only assume they're going to add more enemy types. Taking this burning damage too. There we go, focus again. Oh boy. Oh, this is a nasty place to be in. I need to really use my heroic slam here. Alright, something's creating acid pools. Again, very Diablo 3 inspired on the abilities. I'm not sure if that's going to be something they're going to stick with or what. I mean, even if it is, what they stick with. I'm kind of okay with that. Oh, this is very dangerous. Oh, there's a health globe there, health potion. Oh no, got me. All right, let me show off John here before I end the video. That would probably be a good spot. Do a little run with every character. No scenes this time. The scenes do seem to be totally random. I did reset my save to try to get as many as possible. Just gotta click this door here. There's a little bit of a weird bug. Again, alpha. There. Come on, door. You can do it. Might need to pause the video for a second here and get the... like, click the door. Alright, let me make a quick jump cut here. Actually, it's not entirely that it's alpha, it's partially my ineptitude. I didn't realize that once it's actually now recognizing my controller on the screen. Actually, not sure if that was an update that happened before I started this video or what, but now I can actually move with the controller. I think I still have to click this door though, but that's okay. Yeah, so you can see here, stay in focus longer, duration, area of effect. So let's try a run with John here. Ancestral Sword and Shield. So he actually starts with a secondary ability of sorts in that he can do a little bit of a dash, a little bit of a dodge roll, but he can also block. And I believe the block is actually 360 degrees too. As long as you're holding down the button, you take reduced damage. It's not a complete block. I'll show it off here, yeah. But it is reduced damage. He's got these big, wide, sweeping strikes. He doesn't do nearly as much damage as Kevin or Linda, but he has a pretty big attack radius. He's got a little more health. Obviously, he can block. Of course, blocking, it's kind of a risk versus reward scenario. You don't want to spend too much time blocking and then not be able to advance on enemies, but at the same time, it does help out. Door there. I also don't know if there's anything to interact with in these dungeons just yet. I get the feeling a lot of these things on the wall and such will be bits and pieces we can read or things like that. Oh, there's a lot of enemies. Nice, there we go. Yeah, I believe everybody must get their first skill. Now, this guy is actually highlighted in a separate color. I don't know if that was a graphical issue or if he was actually a special enemy type. You actually upgrade the shield through talents too, how much we block. Nice, so now we get the shield dash. This actually just uses my normal attack button and we can do a bit of a, that's actually a really interesting combo there, dash to the plant, got him, but it does a little bit of a knockback when we hit them with that. And he uses some of his blue bar. It looks like it's an energy bar similar to Kevin. Now, I don't know if it's going to be intentional that you need to clear rooms before you progress, or if you can just advance like this. What kind of item does he get? Double damage when health is below 25%. Neat. Actually seen quite a few items so far. I think I've gotten a different item every run I've done so far, and I've done probably 6 or 7 runs at this point, so it's nice to see that there's actually already a fair amount of variety here. I guess some of these ogres again. I think I got them hit with that plant. Let's see if I can do that again. Oh, I don't have enough. Ooh, that was not good. That weird sound is actually me being out of mana, or energy, or whatever you want to call it. Out of blue stuff. Oh man, I am so bad at getting hit by those flower traps. Really ought to be a lot more careful. Getting a lot of experience in here, though. I can actually level up again pretty soon. Oh, a health potion. Very nice. It's kind of good for getting out of a bad situation, too. Because his dash is really not very good. There we go. Use some of that little level up explosion there. Ooh, okay. So we got to elite an enemy around here somewhere. There he is. Oh, I got frozen. Boy, some of these enemies are actually very, very tough. They seem to work together fairly well. I mean, they're just kind of a rudimentary AI now, but they already do seem to work together very well. Looks like there's actually a trap surrounding that flower. I think I've played enough video games to see that that's probably a spike trap of sorts. Yeah, it is. Look at that. I would really love to make it to level 3. I've actually never made it to level 3 before, which is a little embarrassing to admit. Floor 3, I guess I should say. But whether we fail or not, I will probably end the video here. Just wanted to give a look for anybody that's been following the game on social media or just seen the website or saw the Kickstarter or something like that. Very cool so far. I'll probably make more videos as builds come out. Probably as, you know, there's significant upgrades made, then make another video and things like that. Really go for a health potion. But yeah, that was pretty interesting to show off. There's a lot of, just a ton of good games coming out. Not sure when this is set to come out, if it's even going to be finished this year, or maybe it's going to be early next year this will be finished. So I'm sure it's quite a ways off. I'm assuming we'll find another treasure room here too. I wouldn't mind getting to level 5 as well, because I'm curious if he gets another ability at level 5, but it's not looking too good here. Wow, actually, that did a lot of damage. Oh, okay, we didn't get hit there. Draw me a health potion. I can always just start running away if need be. I can kind of hide in choke points like this. Oh boy, might be okay. See, I got this wide slash. We're doing a lot of damage to these enemies now. Out for that flower. Might be the exit. Oh, that is definitely not. What is that? I have no idea what all that is going on there. Got a health potion though. You guys are doing some sort of summoning ritual, I would assume. Oh man, oh, that's just summoning an elite. Are these gonna keep summoning elites? That would be terrifying. Oh, I am totally gonna die here. Oh man, that's crazy. I've never seen those before. Let's see if we get one more scene here, if we're lucky enough. Oh. Look at that.
Dark times are not without their celebrations. One entry into this world is always cause to celebrate, even if the celebrated forgot their special day.
That's cute. I really like those little scenes. And again, you can see here that people are doing different things, hanging out in their room. Guy in the back lifting weights. Kevin is being a spaz in his room. All things like that. But yeah, so this is a very, very early look at Children of Morta. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. If you like this sort of thing, click like. Helps me know if you're interested in this sort of thing in the future. Leave a comment if you'd like. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And I will see you soon. I hope.